Hi everyone, it's Courtney and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I will be going over the details about the EEGs I've had in the past and explain what an MRI and a CT scan is. Like I said in my past video, these are the things I've had and still have and go through, and how my medicine has worked for me and have me not have a seizure. The epilepsy I have is called petit mal seizures or absent seizures. That's when you lose brief consciousness for a small amount of time and don't remember anything of it or have any recollection of what happened. That's what happened with me. I have no memory of what happened the night of my seizure, and my mom had to tell me what happened. And it was a lot. The only thing I remember was that I woke up in the hospital. They wanted to drug test me, which I had to pee in a cup, and my mom said I couldn't even do that. And then the next thing I remember was walking to the car with my mom and dad, and then waking up in my grandma's room because my grandma had slept in my room so that I could be comfortable after my seizure. I also remember asking my mom if all of it was a nightmare. She said no. So from that point on, I would have doctor's appointments even throughout school. I'd have to leave school early just to go to the doctor, and that's when I have had my first MRI. Or an MRI basically stands for magnetic resonance imaging. And in the hospital, I had a CT scan. I didn't mention this before. A CT stands for a computed tomography, which is, like I said, I had done in the hospital. And it's basically when they take x-rays of different parts of your body to find out the details of what went wrong with you, or to try to find out what happened. And now an MRI, or magnetic resonance imaging, is when they put you inside of a large machine to take detailed images of your body to see if they can find anything wrong. That was when I found out I was epileptic. And when I was inside that machine, I was very scared. My mom was scared too. She cried because she was so scared. Because at the time, I was 12. And being put inside of a large machine, not knowing what it's going to do, it scared me. And when I was inside the machine for I don't know how long, I clicked the button. My doctor asked if everything was okay. And I said I was scared. So he asked what kind of music I wanted to play. I don't know if they still do this, but when I went in the machine, I picked country music to listen to. After about 10 to 15 minutes, it didn't help at all. So I clicked the button again. He asked if everything was okay. I said I was still scared. And so he put on a movie for me. I put on, and the movie was Brave. That's kind of when I started to have a newfound confidence in Disney. So sorry, that was my kitty. She was on my desk. Anyway, I didn't understand at the time what epilepsy was or what it had done to me in August. But my mom, they gave all the information to my mom, and she would explain it to me later on and help me understand what epilepsy was. And I had a really great doctor to go to for every 6 months until I turned 18. All I had to do at the doctor was basically, what I remember was, he would hit my knee with the rubber hammer thing to test my reflexes, make me walk in a straight line just to test my balance, and just look in my eyes and my ears. I guess to just check to make sure if I was alright. I guess if not, I would go to the hospital. I don't really know, but anyway. I also had EEGs, which an EEG stands for electro enhanced flogram. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's hard to pronounce. If you look it up and see it, you'll just say, what in the world? It's when you have wires put in your head, which are also called electrodes, which are glued to your scalp with some special glue, and it's very cold too. And they scan your brain to see if there's any seizure activity going on. When I first had mine, I had 350 seizures. Ah, CJ! Sorry, that was my cat again. She wants to be involved in the helping process of this video. Anyways, also for an EEG the day before, you have to stay up until 12 o'clock in the morning, then go to sleep for 4 hours and wake up at 4 and stay up until your rightful appointment time. It's very hard. I've almost fallen asleep again trying to do this. But if you get an at-home EEG, I don't know if they do it for kids, but I first heard about one when I was in my adult neurologist, which is a specialist for your epilepsy. At home one, you don't need to go to sleep early or go to bed late or need to wake up early. You just go. They put the electrodes in your head, on your scalp. They give you, they gave a bandana to me to make me feel comfortable. And they just monitor your brain waves for the rest of the day until the next day where you have to go back to get it removed. And you have to use a lot of shampoo to get the glue off your head. It's a very long process, but it will also help to find out what else is going on with your brainwaves and see how many seizures you'll have. Anyways, when I had my EEG for the first time, I was scared because you had to have when you go to the doctor and for the one you had to sleep for and wake up early for, not the at-home one. They blink flashing lights in your face rapidly and fast. That scares me still, but you can have your parent or guardian in the room with you to help keep you calm. For me, it's my mom, and she just keeps me calm and relaxed, and she holds my hand. It's very scary, but I get through it, and we just wait for an hour until they wake me up and say that I can go, and they'll call for the results. And every time they do, they always come back the same. And I also wear my medical bracelet here. I've had a lot throughout the years. I've even had an epileptic necklace, which I lost at one point. Very sad. But it'll also help if you have a seizure, and your medicine if your medicine does help, but you've had a seizure and it's stronger than the doctors thought it was, and people could just look at your bracelet or necklace, whatever you prefer, and say, oh, this person's epileptic, we gotta call 911 or something. And then they'll call 911 and rush you to the hospital. And then he can give you other kinds of medicine. Like something like that will help you make sure you don't have a seizure again. Like, it's never happened to me because my medicines worked for 7 years. But speaking of that, since I have absent epilepsy or absent seizures, I have this medicine called exosuximide. And I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong because I'm looking at it on my paper here, and I think I'm pronouncing it wrong, but it helps to treat and prevent my seizures. And I also, when I looked up stuff for this video, I saw that if you miss a day or accidentally forget, like I've forgotten a lot, it's a higher risk to take. It's a higher risk for having a seizure, so make sure you don't forget your medicine. Or if you know someone with epilepsy, make sure they don't forget. Because it could be a kind of more risky if you forget. And at first I thought, it's no big deal, I'll be fine, but I also learned that it could be very, remember that one actor? His name was Cameron Boyce. he had epilepsy too. He didn't forget his medicine or anything, but I can't speak. But anyway, he had a seizure in his sleep and passed away. I don't know if that could happen to anyone else, but it is serious though. So it can be risky to forget too. So if you know someone with epilepsy or are epileptic yourself, don't forget your medicine. Like I have a lot. Like I don't normally do it because it's me. I don't write it down, but if it'll help you remember, you should write it down. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell icon so you won't miss an update on my video. That's all for now. Bye.